And hello and welcome into the JMK Gamer 1965 channel. I'm Joe once again here with you. The coffee man is here this morning. Went to Starbucks this morning as I mentioned in the update. Got a second cup of coffee, brought it home, warmed it up, and I'm having that. Today, not the video I wanted to put up. I wanted to do an explain video, but ran into difficulties. So this morning, we're going to try NBA 2K20 test video 2. What's going to happen is I think I've got it set up for 8 minutes per quarter, and I've changed a few. Yeah, I can talk. I've changed a few settings. Hopefully, it will not be as blurry on the playback. I might have even made it worse on the recording, and then I'll know that it won't even be watchable on the playback. So we'll see. Um, for your enjoyment, so that you can see the screen, I'm going to turn the microphone and the camera off. We're going to keep it running. The video, though, it'll still record the game. We will do Minnesota at Dallas. An old NFL rivalry I used to love as a kid. The old Minnesota-Dallas rivalry. So we'll do that in basketball. We'll play it in Minnesota. So microphone and camera going off. I'll see you at the end of the game.
Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And tonight, we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home, Target Center. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours. Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Doncic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. And for Minnesota, the tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Wiggins and Covington are the forward pair. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. Now here's Teague. The pass to Towns. 13 feet away, and he makes that one.
Karl Anthony Towns reading the situation and finding an opportunity in the mid-range.
Brunson scanning the floor. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
What a college career for Jalen Brunson. 2 championships and a Wooden Award. This is one of the most decorated players in college basketball history.
One falls for Brunson. And Brunson, the College Player of the Year back in 2018, but fell to the second round. Doris, when you look at that time, why did he fall?
I think it had everything to do with the fact that he's not an elite athlete by NBA standards. But we know unequivocally Jalen Brunson is a winner. His father played a decade in the NBA. This young man has been around the game since his formative years, and you can see it in his game.
Right side Teague, down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. Here's Dallas. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Doncic. It's good from about 19 feet.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Teague up top, headed by Porzingis. Porzingis against Teague. A floater. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Porzingis trying to get free. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Teague the pass to Wiggins. Floats one up. And the layup good by Teague.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Now here's Brunson. Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. He's off on that one. Good D by Covington. Here's Brunson. Banked in off the glass. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start. I think one thing you have to love about the Timberwolves, their aggression on the offensive end. This is a team that has been top 10 in free throw attempts over the last 8 years. And when they get to the line, they do convert.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Latrey. Wiggins with the rebound. And part of why the Wolves get to the line so much, they take a lot of 2-point shots.
And that's a trade-off, right, Kev? We all know the analytics like the 3-point shot. They like restricted area 2s. But the best way to get to the line is to challenge the teeth of that defense. You can't do that from 25 feet away, guys.
Here's Brunson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. He's got 7.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Teague. Wiggins outside. Covington kicks to Culver. To the paint. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, leaving no doubt on that one, the explosiveness of Cat.
Mavericks leading by 3. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Wiggins with some nice D.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway has got 5 points so far. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Teague. Here's Towns. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, I like the battle right there by Hardaway Jr., showing he's committed to scoring on the defense.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jordan Bell comes in for Robert Covington. Layman, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Okogie subbed in for Culver. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Layman, knocked away. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Outside Teague, just 5 to shoot. Bell trying to break loose, and it's Teague. That time on the assist by Bell. 8 points for Jeff Teague.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Doncic outside. Over Vonleh. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Dallas leading by 4. Here's Barea. Plays it up and banks it in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Teague, the pass to Okogie. Here's Layman. 1:37 left here in the opening quarter. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here is Bell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to Layman. Here's Okogie, guarded by Powell. Shot clock at 6. From 15 feet away.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
A live body off the bench. Dwight Powell gives you productive minutes.
He does, Kevin, and that's most reflected in the plus-minus when you look at his stats. This is a guy who hasn't averaged a ton of minutes, but he scores and he defends at a high level when he's given those minutes.
Here's T, following the score by Dallas. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. For 3, Okogie. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Barea dishes to Wright. With the teardrop. And it's Wright with the ball for the Mavericks. Leading by 5. Barea, the pass to Wright. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Wright's got 5.
I'll tell you, that's a pretty pass. Barea is a spark plug, and he seems to make his teammates better whenever he's on the floor.
Teague against Barea. Teague kicks to Bell, and it's Lehman in the corner. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
I tell you, Kevin, you've got to love the energy and effort by Powell right now contesting shooters.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Curry is out there with Wright. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Kleba in at the four-man position. Count that one. Wright's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Timberwolves shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Okogie. Pass to Chang. Teague with the ball. Over Curry. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 10 points.
Yeah, Jeff Teague is very capable in the mid-range. This guy is very dependable as a scorer.
And in their history, the Dallas Mavericks have never moved up in the draft, and they needed to do so this summer to keep their pick.
Well, you think about it, Greg, they went into it with a little over a 26% chance to move up into the top 4. That did not happen. The Hawks collecting that 10th pick from the Luka Doncic trade.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
If they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Jang. Here's Okogie. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Curry against Teague. Curry passes to Wright. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Wright's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Substitution now for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jordan Bell. Robert Covington comes in for Jake Lehman. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for T. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Wright. Dallas leading by 9. Curry looking it over. Passes it to Brunson. The pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Hardaway. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Timberwolves have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Pass to Towns. Now here's Culver. He's guarded closely. Yes, that goes in.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over.
Here's Brunson. And the rejection by Towns. Now here's Culver. Guarded by Hardaway. Down low. Towns down low. Brunson covering. And that one's good. Towns.
Well, the body control of Karl Anthony Towns. Just a terrific job to take the hit.
Now here's Brunson. Covered by Wiggins. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Minnesota with it. Timberwolves trailed by 5. And here's Culver. Towns trying to get open. Lays it up off the glass. Culver's got his second basket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint. Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
And here's Towns following Porzingis' 3. Now here's Jang. He's tightly guarded. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, the thought was Zhang would never be much of a scorer, but I think he's changing people's minds.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Towns, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Covington sends it back. Now here's Wiggins. Brunson covering. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Wiggins.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside, Porzingis takes the three. Not going to go that time. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Now, here's Culver. Defense is right there. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Dallas gets called for the foul.
And how about the attitude Culver's playing with right now, doing his best to make things happen on that drive.
Minnesota shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First one falls for him.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Now here's Curry. Dallas, no good that time either. There's 1:26 left in the first half of the game. Here's Covington. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
How about the athleticism of Robert Covington? Go ahead, make easy work of it. Well, you think about Robert Covington's evolution since entering the NBA. When he started his career in Philadelphia, he got on the floor because of his defensive versatility. But credit this young man's work ethic because he put a ton of time in to become a respectable shooter.
And with Covington, he really has catapulted himself into one of the elite wing defenders, Doris, in the NBA.
And consider after he was traded, he took more of a leadership role because he was the best defender on the roster. And you know this, wherever he has gone, Robert Covington has made a huge difference on the defensive end of the floor.
Correa, that's a two-pointer. They get it again. Timberwolves leading by 3. To Culver. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. Okogie's checked in for Robert Covington. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas.
And you think about the Wolves' history. KG, clearly their best player, but Big Cat has a chance to reach that level someday.
He does, Greg, and I think we always look through KG's legacy being defined by passion, commitment, and leadership. That was as important as his basketball skill. Karl Anthony Towns is similarly talented, right? I think the key is he just needs to find consistency. That's the last step.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And for a franchise searching for stability, it doesn't help that the Wolves have had a number of head coaching changes.
Well, obviously, the Wolves aren't alone in that problem, Greg. I think it can be difficult to identify just the right kind of leadership. And when you do get someone like Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra or Rick Carlisle, you try to hold on for dear life.
Here's Powell. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Barea. Lock at 6. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You see, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Now, here's Culver. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Wiggins. Porzingis with the block.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Now Barea shoots over Culver. The shot that time not on target. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Timberwolves on top as they end the second quarter on a 20-7 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jeff Teague. Jeff, they grabbed the lead on you guys. How were you able to grab it back?
Came back in and just started playing harder. We know these are some crucial games for us right now at home, and we just got to go out there and try to get wins.
Well, we'll see who grabs it last. Jeff, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was Jeff Teague setting the pace in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've been pounding. I mean, pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first 3 that came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we've got got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Jeff Teague.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment.
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Higgins and Covington are the forward pair. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Colvin. And it's Towns in at the 5. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. The first one falls.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And it's tied up with that one. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
And Doris, for Jeff Teague, he's not expected to be the scorer on this team that he once was.
And for Teague, to me, that is a blessing, as he is much better suited as a distributor of the basketball. He's got great vision, he cut down on his turnovers, and therefore his assist numbers increased.
Free throw good, Teague.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
Outside Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Brunson. from deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. A 2-point game. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. There's the feed to Towns. He gets it in there. Towns has got 8 points.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Brunson. Beyond the arc. That one, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And the shot goes in. Teague's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, you can just see Jeff Teague oozes confidence anytime he's got to use the dribble drive. I love watching him do that.
Now here's Porzingis. Pass to Doncic. To the inside. And stolen by Wiggins. And now here comes Teague leading the break. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists in the game. Mavericks trailed by 8. Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Brunson with it. He's got 7. Passes to Finney-Smith. Now here is Hardaway. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A 3 from Porzingis. And Culver pulls it down.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And yes, it's good. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Dallas calls timeout.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. Jordan Bell comes in for Robert Covington. And Jake Layman subbed in for Culver. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Hardaway. Now, here's Doncic. To stop the run. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Now here's Teague. Brunson covering.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
That one good for 2.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
Here's Layman. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Okogie's checked in for Wiggins. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Wright comes in for Jalen Brunson. Goes up off the inbound. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mavericks trailed by 8. Outside Curry. Doncic outside. And that one is good. 10 points for him.
Boy, no fear from Luka Doncic. When he's near the hoop, he will challenge anyone. The numbers for Luka Doncic absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
Now here's Teague. He's got 18. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
The baseline J. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Curry. 12 points for Luka Doncic. And such impressive poise and confidence for Luka Doncic, Doris. He's unfazed by the NBA.
I think it makes sense, Kevin, when you consider this young man has been playing as a pro and against men since the age of 16. And by 17, he was tearing up the EuroLeague. This guy was ready to make the leap. This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Curry, and the shot goes in.
My goodness, how good is the balance of Seth Curry? Welcomes the challenge of converting through contact. That's pretty.
Here's Okogie, guarded by Wright. Okogie misses.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
And that one's good. Right. Now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Vonleh's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And Wiggins is subbed in for Jake Layman. The Mavericks also with a sub. Berea's checked in. And here's Bell. He kicks it to Vonleh. And the pass to Okogie. Another miss by Minnesota.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far. And you look at the Mavericks' numbers last season, the need for shooting is obvious.
And I think, Greg, what's shocking is poor shooting is not something you have historically associated with the Mavs. But when you look at it through last season, they took a high rate of threes and a high rate of free throws. And yet, both of those percentages were poor. That's an area for improvement this season.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Doncic outside, out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Minnesota leading by 3. Teague deciding where to go with it. Pass to Okogie. From outside, off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Powell kicks to Doncic. And Barea has it in the corner. Kept alive. Right outside. For the tie. Rebounded by Bell. Now here's Teague. 3 points for him. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Puts up a 3. And that one released in time, but no good. Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for Minnesota. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Minnesota leading by 3. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell. J.J. Barea is out there with Wright. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. Hardaway goes in. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Okogie, the pass to Culver. On the wing, Wiggins. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Wright, the pass to Finney Smith. Now Powell kicks to Barea. Pass to Wright. To tie it up. And Finney Smith gets it to go. Finney Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Minnesota shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Now Culver. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact, special.
Minnesota making a switch here. Covington's checked in, and then for Dallas, Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Wright.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
Now here's Brunson. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Porzingis can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Andrew Wiggins simply skies to finish that shot.
Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Hardaway with it. Outside, Porzingis. Left block shot on the way. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Well, good luck blocking that shot. With Porzingis as well defended as you can be, still effective with the jumper.
Culver passes to Towns. Baseline jumper. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. And there's the pass to Brunson. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Brunson, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Towns. He kicks it to Wiggins. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Brunson. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one is on Towns.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
One drops. He ties it up. Here's Okogie. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Doncic against Wiggins. Pass to Okogie. 5 on the clock. Wiggins against Porzingis. And it's Wiggins missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. That one falls. Doncic has got 16 points here in the second half.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Here's Okogie. Here's Towns. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Porzingis.
You know, we're never opposed to a little creativity. Ooh, did he have plenty of that? The double pump, having some fun.
And Towns, a player who took a little bit of time adjusting from the college game at Kentucky to the NBA game, especially, Doris, on the defensive end.
I do think you have to appreciate over the last several seasons Karl Anthony Towns' commitment to becoming a better defender. Listen, he has the length to not only block shots, but to alter shots, and you just want him to have consistent effort on that end.
The free throw drops for Towns. There's no doubt that Karl Anthony Towns is the star of his team right now and in the future.
I think, Kevin, for all the drama and all the turnover we have seen, the one constant has been Karl Anthony Towns' productivity. The question now for the team is, how do they build a title contender around him?
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That free throw missing. He doesn't get the second one. Minnesota in the lead. Feeds it to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Doncic outside. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Wiggins. Brunson covering. Stolen by Brunson. Doncic outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway for 3. The shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Covington, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the Mavericks call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeff Teague.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Thank you, David. Mavericks trailed by 6. And here's Doncic. Shot to stop the run. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Higgins outside. That shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Brunson finds Hardaway. And here's Porzingis. Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Brunson. Pass to Doncic. This one for 3. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 3. Towns comes with a double team. There's 1:40 left in the game. Tries to save it, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Now here's Teague, right wing. Lets it go from 14. Nice D from Porzingis.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, Ken, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh my goodness, the cool attitude of Jeff Teague, such patience in a big-time moment. You have to love his heart.
Now, here's Doncic, and the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. Free throw off from Porzingis.
You know, there was so much hype around Kristaps Porzingis once he got off to a great start in his first year. And you just want to see him continue to grow and add dimensions to the offensive game every year. What's next? We'll see.
Now, here's Doncic. Now the pass to Brunson. Buries the triple. I know, that was an enormous pointer.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Minnesota calls timeout. so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Teague. Offensive rebound. Here's Towns. Got it!
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wiggins against Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. It's tipped and stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. It falls.
Big shot maker. Wiggins poised in the clutch.
Dallas calls timeout. They're down by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis trying to get free. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, Porzingis has tremendous mobility, so engaged on the offensive end. He has no problem finding open teammates.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and he commits the intentional foul.
Shooting for Minnesota, Robert Covington. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey. You know, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Brunson. Lets it go from deep. Wiggins with the rebound. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jeff Teague. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, Jeff Teague is a very capable scorer from the lead guard position. He plays with a high motor. He can make shots. This guy is very good at the point.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
From deep. Can't get it to fall.
Well, that's big time hustle on the defensive end. Teague altering that shot thanks to his energy.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
All right, folksies. That's going to about do it. Now I'm going to put this game up on the channel. Very exciting game, right down to the end, as I was hoping it would be. And anywho, hopefully with the adjustments I made in game, it will not look as horribly laggy as the first video test did. First game test, I should say. If it does, then this game will not be coming to the channel. But okay, until a little bit later on, there'll be one more video coming today, I hope. I have something to do later this afternoon. I'm hoping to get one more video done before that or early this evening. So I will talk to you folks ASAP. You guys have a great day. Take care, and as always, I'll be seeing you.